don't believe we're in a position of immediate danger, but I don't believe that the first interaction you're having with these people, because y'all need something, if I remember correctly.
Just cross your fingers behind your back.
Just like I don't know, and then you're about to drop 3 more guests out of a bag, out of a ring. I think take the knee and just bite one, and then deal with it later. Repent to your god or your royalty after the fact, please.
You're no less of a prince.
As you guys are having, sorry,
That's fine.
as you guys are having this conversation, immediately you see that one of the priestesses at the center, like that entered through that back wall, that center wall. As she's kneeling down, you watch as they all, kneeled down. I'm getting so sick of this changing, or turning off. Oh, it's because my computer's not charging.
IDs of my computer.
Do we have a computer charger on hand for our computer? Can you grab one for me?
Yeah.
Thank you. You watch as they all kneel on these cushions for a brief moment as you guys were having that conversation. It almost looks like they were sort of, engaging in some kind of ceremony, some kind of prayer for the moment that they emerged. And then at the exact same time, they all rise and they turn to face you. And they are...
Oh, I'm gone.
And so they are, sort of like scattered in that almost like trifecta. And you can see their faces. They are dragonborn, but their faces are almost slightly concealed with like creeping pink that is spreading to almost like start to hide some of their features. But it's still noticeable. And that center dragonborn is back. Thank you. I was like, why does the computer keep turning off? It's because it was not plugged in. You do notice that dragonborn at the very back. She reminds you a lot of Shay, actually. Like, in terms of like just the same kind of color of pink, a lot of the features of this village are dragonborn, but different from the dragonborns you've seen around the world. That being said, I will say, those of you that have seen Shay, can both of you make perception checks for me?
Oh boy, fourth is
With advantage with like
She's a
hearing or
Smell. I think if you smell.
Okay.
Would I have advantage?
No.
Okay. Perception?
Yeah.
I got an 8. But with a passive insight of
They
19,
like magic here, right?
I'm gonna assume she's like a fourth
that's
hidden
chill.
sister or something.
It's like, okay. Okay.
Oh, sorry. We're just gonna reroll. 18.
18.
Sorry, I elbowed you.
Okay, did you cast a spell?
I cast guidance on myself.
Okay,
So I picture he just like put a...
Yeah, you put a hand on yourself. Yeah, you cast guidance. Just jot that out next time. You cast guidance on yourself, but that's an 18.
I figured you knew because I was grabbing it.
The D4. I will say, you, as far as you're aware, like, you're noticing that a lot of the dragonborns.
They all look the same.
They do look similar, but different to the dragonborns that you've seen in the rest of the continent. You're noticing with an 18 the intricacies of this priestess's face specifically, the way that her eyes are larger than other dragonborns you've seen, the way that the specific shade of pink that her scales are and the glisten on them, it's reminiscent of, and especially the horn shape, as the horns like both kind of curve back in a very sleek motion, and that in the eye color, it does almost look like an older version of Shay. Like if Shay had grown up.
Mom.
Mother?
Okay, mother.
Why do you think she was able to resist leave?
As they begin to walk, they begin to sort of like walk in front of their cushions, but you notice that they do stop like before they pass the podium. They're still surrounding the hearth right now. They're just waiting.
Robin puts his head back down and sees
Hands
them
are all,
approaching.
I will say, like, hands are all folded like this.
Ladies of Mercy. So great to see you again.
I think it's just their...
Yeah, they're
You know how the
asserting dominance sort of way.
well, you know how like the diamond pearls, they're
No,
always standing like this.
Well, that's a salute.
Oh.
That's the diamond salute.
Okay, then sure, yeah.
I understand.
I thought it was just the way
They're standing like two hands like this.
It is, I have returned from my quest. I got the soil samples that you requested. I delivered them earlier today. As I was returning, I encountered this party and they actually had business they wanted to conduct here. So they reached out to me and said, "Hey, can we come along?" And I said, "That's fine." And now they're here. They actually have more compatriots. They're in a bag in a ring. You know what those two words mean, so that's cool.
Robin like purses his lips. He's like.
And yeah, it'll be.
Persis was right.
They're gonna let them out now. So I just don't want you to be surprised when it happens. Okay? Okay. Can I roll an insight check to see if she even
Yeah.
gives any sort of?
Yeah, absolutely.
Robin is still down.
Nice little bird.
Durian, what's Durian doing right now?
Be
I
Standing.
think it's just standing.
I think he's still standing with like
It's a
with
28.
respect, but
It's a
not.
28.
Yeah.
He's not going to make himself in his brain like lower than a prince.
With the 28, you watch as there's not, as you're like describing like
The
you know,
entire.
as you're describing the soil samples and like what you were sent to do. I will say the entire beginning part, you noticed all of the eyes, all three of their eyes were tracked entirely on you. It wasn't until. And I will say, like, as their eyes moved to you, pan to you, they moved in unison. With a 28, you noticed that their eyes did not leave you until there was a second where you said you brought a party with you. The center priestess, she was the only eye to break. And I will say with a 28, you have almost never seen her break the unison with all of the other priestesses. They do move and talk in unison. You watched her eyes break for a second to Durian, as you said you brought a party in. And her eyes immediately trailed back to you, almost like in a blink and you miss it kind of thing. But that is one of the first times that you've ever seen the head priestess break from the rest of the group.
The center tablet, is
Yeah.
it in Draconic?
It is.
I can read Draconic. What does it say?
It is not facing you. I will say like, the tablet is on the tablet's on the other side.
Okay. I'll get around to it.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever I don't know if you've ever ventured because that would be entering into like the inner circle. I don't think you would have any reason to open the inner circle. No, you probably have once when you were standing by the. Yeah, all right, you probably have once. Anyway.
I know what the tablet says.
Uh huh.
I do.
What does it say?
The
I know
freak
what
is
it says.
unleashed.
Bring forth the privilege.
I know the ending.
Freak is unleashed.
And none shall sit but the thrones of the dead.
As you watch as her eyes like trail to you and like begin to focus in on you again at the end of that.
All right. It's one of you. It's the intent. I thought I was very upfront with our intentions.
What are we here for?
Can I stand up now?
Yeah, go for it. Go
Robin,
for it.
Robin stands up. Robin,
The dragon
to
mask?
ask
Oh
a
yeah.
Don't lead with a mask.
Right.
We have more people here.
Okay, Robin
Wait,
will
you're asking
stand
for
up.
a mask?
No. Robin stands up, very, very like. He's got a lot of
Yeah.
composure, and he goes, "Ladies, thank you for your hospitality. Your
I will
city.
say not looking at Robin. Looking
That's
at you.
okay. Your home is wonderful. The city you have built is beautiful, and I mean, the people. What?
What? No, that was just out of game. That was me getting real stressed.
What am I saying?
I don't know.
No.
You're a little confused again.
No, you're doing great. You go.
We come bearing no ill will. We have no intentions of harming anything. I will say, as Burke did mention, we do have a couple extra companions who are not here right now, but we would like to release them if you'd allow us to do so. They also bear the same goals. They do not wish any ill will upon this place. We come in peace. But I think that me and my friends here would appreciate it if they were allowed to come out of the bag that they reside in. They were a little nervous coming in, that's why they. But now we know that this place is beautiful and it's safe. And he like tips his head
Tips
to
his head.
signify that he's done yapping.
You watch as you sort of dip your head.
And he's got he's doing this the whole time.
Sure. You watch as all of the women, all three of the women, wait until you're done, and they unfurl their arms, and they all gesture at the exact same time in perfect synchronization. And I will say, as they unfurl their palms, you do notice that all of their palms have that same crystalline design, that sort of like protruding crystal that you saw at the center of the city, and also embedded into the podium, you do see, I'll say Robin, your passive is good enough, and Durian, your passive is also good enough. You do notice their palms have the same crystal embedded into them as well.
I think that's a sign to go. I think that they're saying that's okay for you to let him out.
I'm going to take that as a sign that it's okay. I apologize if I have misread the situation. And he'll release his friends.
Okay.
But not the items, just his friends. Or wait, so they're
Actually,
in a
I control it.
Right, is it the ring?
They're in the ring.
bags
The
inside
bag's
the
inside
ring?
the ring.
Okay, so Robin
You
will
just take your ring off.
Robin will take off the ring. I'm gonna skip this song. I don't like it. Not for this moment. Robin will take off the ring
You have to take it off.
and he will show it. He's taking it off because he wants to show
So
her where
it.
they're coming from.
The women do not look at the ring; they are only looking at Burke. But you
And
imagine they're
he
listening.
No
like
fucking
taps it.
fangirls.
He goes. He's.
Alright, I guess we're guys. I'm gonna open it back. I guess we're going, guys. So I'm gonna let you out in the ring, and then we're gonna pop out of the ring.
Aren't we in a bag?
Yeah, I'm opening the bag.
Oh. God.
Two giant hands
Whoa.
open the void. You pop out of the ring.
I also don't like this song. Right?
You watch as out from the ring, Burke, you watch as Lavro emerge, and then alongside him, almost like you know, like the when a Pokeball, like a Pokemon comes out and you see the light form first.
No, I know what you're talking about.
You see the light form first.
As they come out, I specifically want to try and gauge the interaction to Ancora because Ancora is like a robotic
Oh, yeah,
and like
yeah.
the exact
Make an
antithesis,
insight check.
the exact antithesis of what these people are about.
Make it, yeah, make it.
I'm living.
Yeah, me too.
You can't grow pink.
He's at 21.
Yeah, because he's already pink.
I also joined a different cult already.
Would
so-
I have known
Big
that
guy.
I'm the antithesis,
First I
or
be
was
pink.
that something that they learned at the game?
What the hell?
I feel free to be a dragonborn.
I know.
This idea of like prolonging life, mechanical.
Yeah, oh yeah. What'd you roll?
21.
With the 21, I mean, I will say that you don't actually, you know that that's what the Republic, you've heard that that's what the Republic is currently doing. You do know that the Republic is where Layson and Cora are from. I will say that you don't actually know if all machinery, if Ancora is someone that was trying to prolong life. I would say you're not entirely sure that's what he is, or if he's just like a very realistic robot. Like I don't know if you are entirely.
I think
If you're
more so.
entirely understanding of like what Ancora is, so I think it's hard for you to gauge like, oh, that's life being prolonged, as much as it might just be different life.
It's more so, are the Ladies of Mercy seeing that? Do they perceive it to be more so of this is a robot or this looks like a prolonging of life sort of situation? Because you said they are moving in perfect unison except for the one time where it was like looked at Durian. Does a similar almost effect happen going because it's like
To
humanoid,
Ancora?
humanoid, robot? We don't really know.
No, you don't see. Also, yeah, you don't see it. You don't see any. There was no eye dart aside from the 1 second it happens with Durian. There was no other eye dart. I don't want to know what they're texting.
I don't know what the technique either. I can't.
I don't either.
Yeah, there is no eye dart to Ancora. It doesn't look like there was any. There's no phase that they see.
I just talk. Hey, yo, chill, bro.
The light sort of forms into all of their bodies as you guys appear alongside Durian, Burke, and Robin. As Ancora and Lacey, you guys are here now. You also see the similar sanctum with the three women all surrounding the hearth. You see they are attached by almost like the pink-like vine that you guys saw at the entrance. They're all attached and tethered still to the wall, almost like it's a part of their bodies.
As soon as they pop out, I go, one moment, and I huddle them.
I will huddle.
I also would like to note that I do not look like a robot at the moment. I am
He's
flesh and
disguised.
blood.
You're disguised? You're flesh and blood?
Yep.
Okay.
Magic disguise.
He huddles them in front of them, and he goes, "You guys need to be on your best behavior. I'm being so dead serious."
We're always on very good behavior.
Lace,
I have been with you for 2 days. I know that's not true.
no jokes. This is very,
No.
this is very important.
No, sense.
They take all of this very seriously. We have to be as respectful. These are the ladies of mercy. So the ladies of mercy.
So woman.
These are the ladies of mercy. They take this very seriously, and if we mess up even a little bit, we risk the artifact. Huh?
How do we know that? What if they're like just chill?
Okay, but we don't know
It is
that.
better
It's better to
to
be
find
safe.
out they're chill
It
after
is-
being mad
exactly.
serious.
Exactly. It's better to be safe than sorry. So if I catch you doing anything goofy Bunny, before we know truly who these people are or how they run their system, I will punch you. And that is a promise. Okay? Got it? Are we all good? Does everybody understand?
Can we do the
Okay.
penetration
No, we're not banging in the room.
now?
Okay.
Let's do this.
Then he turns around. He turns each one of them around, and then he turns around and goes, "Thank you."
Should we bow?
Yes, you could do it.
Yeah, I'll give a curt bow.
You're gonna say curtsy.
Lace curtsies.
Okay, I'll bow.
So do the three of you bow? All three of you bow?
yeah.
You curtsy? Okay.
A nice like deep curtsy.
Yeah.
Dress in hand.
They bow. I will say the eyes do not leave you though, Burke, and you all do notice that these three women, in unison, seem to move and breathe in synchronization, and their eyes do not leave Burke at the moment. But I will say, as they all appear, they don't seem like they are making a move to speak or say anything until you declare what you're here for.
I think at this point,
I think the onus is on us to say what we are here for.
I think I gotta go for it.
We're gonna do it.
Look, okay,
I don't want to.
I'll say this much. I got a little bit of credibility with them, just a small fraction of amount. I know that y'all don't want to tell me
Can we
100%.
trust you?
Yeah, well, I'm
Give me your
super
hand.
chill. I'm super chill.
Okay.
At the end of the day,
Probably
you
don't
make
really
the
like
choice
choice.
on that's I want out of this arrangement.
Robin is just taking a moment to gather his thoughts, because I can't tell who Austin is texting.
Sorry.
Okay.
Not you.
He like looked up at me. I didn't. Okay.
No, it's not you.
Ladies of Mercy, we have come to ask you something rather. I don't know how important what I'm about to request. I don't know how important it is to you, but I know that it's important to the state of the entire world, this entire plane even. We have recently come to the knowledge that. Are you familiar with the Republic?
You watch as you say the Republic, and for the first time, all three eyes turn in synchronization
There's one eye
to
each.
you.
No.
Pairs.
All
Oh.
three pairs of eyes
It's not the three fates.
turn to you.
He doesn't know. You familiar? Are you familiar?
I think so.
Okay.
I
If
think
you aren't, I can explain it, but I'm going to assume.
Can we please get Robin explaining the Republic to these
If
ladies?
I assume you are. The Republic, we've come into the knowledge that the Republic has plans to wreak havoc on the world, or more specifically, my city, right?
do you want me to take over?
I can help you. I'm not good with names.
Yes, the Republic, as you know, the ley lines of as I'm sure that you know, given your connection to your deity and the essence of magic itself, the ley lines are dwindling, and through the use of magical items, civilizations are able to keep that magic afloat. But we've come into information more recently that the Republic is not just searching for items to keep that flame burning, they are looking for something to make
Replace?
a wildfire. They are looking for powerful items beyond just the sake of
You good?
Yeah, I was trying to check.
beyond the sake of
You can wait. What do you have?
keeping magic around for them, and more so in a world-changing event similar to that of what I'm sure that you saw with your goddess centuries ago, or even during the Great War with Kalturan and the coast and the rest of the nations of the world. So we have come here in an attempt to go to seek out a relic that we believe might be within your hallowed halls, that the Republic has a interest in, so that we might be able to procure it before they can, so that they cannot unleash whatever plan they are working on.
Again, I don't know.
I will say their eyes did not leave Robin this time.
I know that this relic must be very important to you. I don't know how relevant or how precious it is, and you know, to your god or to Doom, or I don't know. I don't know the history with this relic, but I can tell you and I can promise you that if you give it to us, it will be better than the Republic having it, and perhaps one day we'd be able to give it back if we
Are allotted that freedom.
But right now, I think it would be in your best interest to give it to us and to hold on to it and keep it safe. I mean, we'd be willing to prove what?
Sorry, nothing.
We'd be willing to prove our. I want you to trust us. I know it. I would never expect you to just give it to us. You don't know who we are. I mean, I know you know who he is, but you don't know who we are, and I get that. I at least would be willing, and I'm sure the rest of my party would too, would be willing to do anything to prove that we are trustworthy and we will keep this safe.
Both of you please make persuasion checks. You can either make it with advantage. You can make 2-1 with advantage, or you can.
I'll give you the advantage because I have.
We'll do anything.
Robin says as he puts his
Huh?
hair
I
up.
want to do something as well.
Yeah, what do you do?
Christian goes, finally, we're gonna bang in the room.
I'm thinking in my head.
Because what's your
Okay.
persuasion?
Can you hear me?
Whoa.
Okay.
Am I?
My persuasion is plus
Make an insight check.
Okay.
plus
No.
9.
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
27.
A 27?
Yeah.
We'll get to you in a second.
Yeah.
23.
A 23, that's total with advantage?
Yeah.
Did you guidance?
No.
Okay.
I don't want outside forces to.
Okay. You guys say this,
So I'm
and
intruding on your space.
you watch as, at this time, all 3 priestesses' eyes do not leave you, Robin. And for the first time, you watch as their mouths open. And in unison, you hear all 3 of them say, "World Bringer, do you speak for them?"
Oh.
Yes.
And you watch as, once again, their arms unfold. And in your head, Durian, you rolled, what did you roll?
27.
A 27. With your earlier 28. With your earlier 28, once again you watch as the priestess's eyes, the one center priestess, whose all of their eyes are trailed on Robin, that center priestess's eyes dart to Durian, and this time they remain there. You see the center priestess's eyes remain on you this time, and you hear in your head, "Welcome, brother."
Quick question. We established last time that since I'm like not full pink, I just hear kind of like almost like it's like I hear it from the next room.
Oh, sure.
Do
you
I-
know, you hear it. You hear it.
I hear "Welcome, brother,"
Very faintly from the next room.
and I go, okay, okay.
Do you know he's pink yet?
Yeah, well, he's pink
My
hair.
hair.
Question,
Okay,
does
okay.
anyone have the ring of mind shielding on and attuned?
Yeah. Well, because you know where the ring of mind shielding is?
What character am I?
In the ring. All of our items are in the ring.
No.
What?
It's at Madame Magnolia's, right?
Sold it?
No.
No, he's
getting it
Oh
upgraded.
my,
He's
my
taking
gosh.
the attunement slot out. He's going to the next range.
Damn it!
How much was that? That was pricey.
It's a
Couple thousand.
uncommon.
Oh yeah. Oh, so only like 5K.
Yeah.
You hear in your head, "Welcome, brother."
Yep.
The hearth has grown cold without your matching blood.
Alright.
don't know what to say.
Like that.
Can you give me a sec? Can you go to that?
Yeah, absolutely. I will say, you watch as her eyes are completely trained on you
Yeah.
now. As the other two eyes are trained still on Robin, as they unfurl their arms in response, and you hear, and I will say the center priestess is still speaking in unison, you hear as they all say, Worldbringer, you have brought us a new piece of the world. You speak for them, but their words are kind enough that you not need speak for them any longer. Leader, you may step forward.
Oh god.
Wielder?
Leader.
Leader.
Okay, Robin will step forward.
Oh, okay.
Wiener.
Do you step forward? Yeah, I'm assuming Burke was probably in the front, so you probably, if you step in front of Burke, like,
I'll step next to him.
Burke.
next to Burke?
Burke,
Sorry.
as you step up, takes a half step back, like,
Okay.
thank God I ain't gotta lead this shit no more.
You now are pretty close in front of the podium, next to where that large stone tablet sits. And as you now are like right on the precipice of where that circle of cushions is, and you're close enough to see that woman at the very back. Her eyes, in fact, now that you're looking, now that you're closer, are not trained on you. But the other two women are looking directly at you as they all say in unison, "You seek an artifact."
Yes, I do.
What artifact?
Dragon mask.
It is a dragon's mask?
That's why we believe that
Oh, okay. We believe it to be a dragon's mask, which is, I mean, it would be befitting to be here. As if I'm not mistaken, the person, the god you worship is a dragon, yes?
You know not of our goddess.
Kreska.
Kreska, I know of her.
You watch as they all smile.
I do know of Kreska, and
Then you are blessed indeed. Much of this world is still in the dark. They have not met her light yet.
Oh god, okay. Robin doesn't say anything, he just looks. I believe that Kreska and you all possess this dragon's mask that is, it's imperative that it stay protected and kept out of the Republic's grasp.
So you are working against the Republic.
This is casual.
You watch as their eyes train, except the Central Priestess, the two eyes train to the hearth in the middle.
Really quickly, they believe in not extending life, right?
Yes.
These people do, and the Republic does.
Is currently
Yeah,
extended.
The exact opposite.
Take a look at me, girl.
Okay, okay.
Look at your companion. Look at
That
just- I just
normal
wanted
ass
to make
guy.
sure.
That normal ass guy
You
right now.
have two party members from the Republic. One of them
Who's
is a
that?
lich, and one of them is an automaton.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure before I go yapping away and say something wrong.
What do I say?
Like I always do.
You watch as their eyes train to the hearth, and now that you're looking at the hearth, you do notice that the fire isn't glowing red. It's glowing with a pink hue. As they kind of stare off, and there's a pause for a moment. Durian, what do you respond with?
I don't know.
If
Austin
at
said
all.
my choices that I made were
It's
bad.
your
They
choice.
were
What do you
bad.
say?
I don't know what to say.
Say what you would have said. Say what Durian would have said.
I don't know.
What'd you type?
Hi,
I
Ash
typed
Ketchum. Thank
two
you, Ash Ketchum.
possibilities.
Thank
I don't
you.
know if Durin would have said them. This is why I'm tweaking out over here on my end.
Say one. Say what it say.
I'll just say the first one.
Okay.
I received a vision as I entered the chambers of the skull of Kreska. That's all I'm gonna say. Get the ball rolling.
You hear in response in your head,
No. No.
what you see are not visions. They are reality. Bending a path for you to forge. We want you to get there. But it is not our will that will get you there.
Because you can't see. You have to see through their eyes.
Uh-oh.
I don't
You have to become pink in order to go forward.
They're gonna start trying to rapidly turn you into a dragonborn.
Yeah, you're gonna get rapidly assimilated.
Every time one of your characters turns
I
into a
know.
dragon.
I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Also, in doing this, my shoulders popped in the weirdest way, and I
Oh,
don't
God.
like it.
Oh. Do you respond?
And if that was not my wish, Dern's on his own quest right now.
What is a wish if not a stepping stone to a better future?
Bars. Come back to me.
I don't know how to respond to that. Hold on. Sorry. Give me 1 sec. Hold,
You-
please. She didn't really give me an answer. She's defined wish.
A dream is a wish your heart makes.
Correct. And that stepping stone for me. It's happening. Say it.
That stepping stone for you may be different than that of our sisters.
I think that may be true.
That is understandable.
Are they chill? Are they chill? Are they
The
chill?
youngest,
Of course they're not chill.
Of course
the
they're not
youngest
fucking chill,
sibling
dude.
always is defiant. You are our younger brother. Of course, you want to run on your own. We are understanding, older sisters. Your stepping stone and your path is one you will forge, with or without our help.
When you describe me as your younger brother, is that in terms of specifically you guys? Or
You hear the
everyone?
voice talk over you. But
Ah.
that path, if you want our help, is the one you must take. If you are to go off on your own, that is not our will. But you ask for our help. You are here begging for our mercy. We are sisters of mercy.
This is the thing.
We will grant it to you. But mercy is earned.
I look over
Hey,
at
these
Durian's
guys are
just
right for the
shitting
picking,
bricks.
huh?
Alright, who's getting pinked?
I'm gonna say again what I said. When you describe me as your younger brother, is that in a sense of you specifically, or as everyone in the town? Am I the newest?
We are all children
There we go.
under Kareska's light.
What?
But you, but you are a brother. We are sisters. They are children. You are a brother.
I think I get it, but I'm not gonna say it. Okay.
Oh, I get it, yeah.
I don't get it.
I gotta keep it in. I can't reveal
don't get
anything
it.
yet.
I can't laugh
Can
now.
you elaborate?
The path you forge can be done with or without us. Do you choose mercy, brother?
I choose what's right.
Mercy is always right.
Tell that to the Cyclops.
My teammates in Overwatch.
Mercy. Yeah, I got it. I get it. I get it.
Hey, come on, give me credit.
Yes.
You watch as her eyes are still trained on you.
I'll discuss with the others.
There are no others that are made of the blood that you are. You may forge a path, but you will walk alone eventually. And you watch as her eyes turn towards the fire with the rest of her sisters. As now all 3 sisters are looking at the fire. You watch as she was staring at Durian as Durian was staring intently back with a 28 insight, and then suddenly her eyes trail off as soon as Durian's do as well.
I'm
I'm gonna give a glance. Saying,
Oh, you heard that vaguely.
I heard the whole conversation.
Yeah,
I'm
oh yeah,
sta-
you
I'm
did hear
standing
that
nearby
vaguely.
Robin.
Yeah,
Like,
Dorian,
I'm-
you would hear,
Then
Burke,
a
you would
little
hear
bit,
that.
a little bit.
As
give a
as
glance
this
to
conversation is happening, Burke has just been like rubbing his thumb across the dagger that was given to him by the Ladies of Mercy. Just kind of like looking down, and then like looks up, looks at the hearth, looks at Durian.
You watch as Burke makes eye contact with you, like knowing eyes.
They have been traveling for many days. I think it would be beneficial for them to rest and enjoy some food and water. Would that be acceptable, my Ladies of Mercy?
If it is their will to search for our artifact, as they say, we want to aid them in this. It would be only merciful to let them try. What do you think, Worldbringer? All three faces turn to you.
I believe they are of pure intention. I believe that they are pure of spirit. And I believe that they speak truth. And I only know how to, and this is me buttering them up, I only serve your interests.
Make a persuasion check for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh, that's real nice. I don't know how to do math.
Oh, nice.
That's a 37.
What?
Plus
Wow, 37?
So I get,
Is he playing a
I
bard?
rolled
I'm
a
so
I rolled a
confused
19 on the
what's going
die,
Yeah.
plus my 13 to persuasion, plus another 5 for my proficiency bonus.
Your proficiency bonus
It's
is
already
added.
calculated.
added.
Oh, well, 32.
32.
Oh,
Wow.
dang.
Ah, nuts!
Oh no.
32.
They kill me on the spot.
They shoot you.
The DC
with a
is a
30,
35.
with a 32, you watch as their eyes now move towards you, to Robin, to Lavro, to Ancora, to Lace. You watch as they sort of pass over each and every single one of you for the very first time, sort of looking at all of you guys, before their eyes meet.
This guy look ugly.
Before their eyes meet the fire once again, and they say, "Sisters, yes? Would it be wise of us for them, perhaps, to engage in a practice round before the trials?"
What?
And
Gauntlet of
you
Trials.
watch as all of their heads turn up, and they face the tablet now, and their arms unfurl once again as they say, "It would be smart to rest, drink, eat, join arms with the children of Koreska, and simulate themselves as one of our children, though one does not need to. And as they do that, they can prepare for the games." Yes, I agree. I as well, sisters. If they are to take the trials, then we must see if they are really ready to protect our artifact. Are you all ready for a game?
Oh my god, this jigsaw.
What kind of game, may I ask?
There is only one game in our city.
Call of Duty.
Oh, sister!
Fortnite on the Xbox One.
Oh, sister! You mean to have them play in Preserve. I do indeed, sister. Are you all ready, or would you like a night of revelry?
Out of game. I would like to remind everybody that we do have aid. We do have Kira's Feast. We do have a Potion of Advantage. Gift of Alacrity.
Are we ready?
Everyone.
Are we ready?
And a Bastion of Law.
Are we ready?
We
do it.
Yeah.
we have aid?
Do we have our items? Some of us have aid, I think.
I don't think we're gonna
No.
need them.
You do not have your items.
I have my items.
Because we weren't supposed to come in with them
brought
anyway.
I brought my staff out.
I have
You
my.
did?
Yeah.
You're carrying a staff on your back?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm not carrying. I'm holding it. It's my,
I still
holding
have my items, right? I think I got rid of mine.
You
You
did.
didn't
No,
put,
you
we put
didn't.
all of our you kept your items on
Because
you?
he's the thing.
Here's my sword.
Yeah,
He's the non-detection
he
thing.
can
on,
pass
that's
with
why I
that.
kept
Yeah.
it.
I've got a Hat of Disguise,
Okay.
and I also have my
Also,
staff.
you have your items. You have your.
I put everything
No,
in the
remember
bag.
because Harmony said you could keep your belt.
Oh well, yeah, I have my clothing items.
Yeah, like the only
But I
thing
meant like
that I
my
have.
like the handheld items.
The only thing you're missing is your sword.
My axe.
Yeah, your axe. That's
Actually-
the only thing you're missing.
Yes.
I have my
I
sword
have
on my stuff.
No.
I have my staff and my clothes and my hat, and that's it. And a gun.
Do you think
tucked
you would have
away
left the
there.
masks
That's,
in or out of the bag?
I took my. I thought armor counted as something you had to take off.
I can't
No,
unfuse
you
my
have to take
armor.
armor off. Yes, but you
Yeah.
have to take. I guess you.
But my armor
I'm
is
gonna
more
say
fused
we're ready.
to my body.
I'm gonna say
good
we're
to
ready.
go. I'm good to go.
Ladies, I believe that we are ready now.
Ladies.
Sisters.
The sooner we can prove our worth, the better.
Have I seen Protect and Preserve happen before? Have I heard about
Oh, yes. So, Burke, you would know absolutely what Protect and Preserve is. So, Protect and Preserve is a sort of a game of entertainment. There is no possession in this city, so there is really no need for anyone to work for monetary gain. If there is nothing to work for, then what is the motivation to do anything other than to support the city at large? And what is the motivation to support the city if there is nothing happening in the city? And so the way that they entertain themselves, the way that they motivate themselves, is they will do weekly, sometimes monthly, sometimes seasonal games. You've seen a few times the game of Protect and Preserve. It is a game in which there are two teams, and the goal of one team is to protect a number of companions, and the goal of the other team is to simply live, simply survive. There is no necessarily death in the game. They are simply beat to non-lethal unconsciousness and then healed through that of the carrion. Although there have been times where someone has perished, unfortunately, though it's not necessarily seen as a sad thing, as their bodies were then given, of course, donated to the carrion. So it's seen as the greatest honor anyway. But you've seen Protect and Preserve.
What if I cast Temple of the Gods in the middle of the city? Do you think they care?
They'd not be very happy.
Hey, what if I walk into the middle of this church and praise Allah? My computer
like
just
Notre
produces a
Dame.
red dodge right on my forehead. What'd you say?
That is French. That's fine.
Reminded me of the bells of Notre Dame. I
But
thought it was at first.
so are we playing?
Yeah, I said we were ready to play.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah,
to go.
I already told. I said, ladies,
How
we're
long
ready.
has it been since we woke up?
Well, that's a great question. You guys waited a few hours too, so probably since you woke up, you traveled here. I'm gonna say, oh no, you had already you woke up here at the city. It's probably 4 or 5.
Yeah, because we
Okay.
spent the night.
4
We spent
probably.
the night in
Let's
the
say
city?
On the
4.
beach.
Yeah,
No,
and
on
then
the beach.
I woke everyone up early because he wandered off.
Okay.
And Christian.
Oh, yeah,
Because
yeah,
Christian
yeah.
doesn't.
So is it before we entered the city or 4 hours since we woke up?
4 hours since you
Woke up? Oh my gosh, it's like cracking. It's like. What time we wake up? Like 6?
It's probably like 10.
Yeah. All right.
So what's happening?
So we're ready.
Protect.
Protect and Preserve.
Well,
Would you like an? Hello.
technically, then I have not used my ring for the day because we went to bed, entered the city, then left it. I haven't used the charge that I got from long resting, so I can still go in there and get stuff if we need stuff.
Didn't you bring the bag out with you?
No.
Weren't we in the bag?
I guess I would.
We
You
could have just gotten out
you
of
would have
that.
had to come
I
out
think I
with
would
the
have had to
bag.
bring the bag then, yeah.
Well, why couldn't we have
No,
just
I
gotten out of the bag?
you
and
could have
said
got out the
that?
bag in the thing, and then I could have just let you out. So I can go back in for the bag if we need it.
How would what? But if we're in the ring in the bag,
I just open the bag while I'm in the ring, and
But
then,
then-
you get forced out.
Because once he leaves the bag, any creature inside is forced out too.
This is how we rule it.
yeah,
I thought we were leaving the bag in there because we're not allowed to have it.
I feel like the guidelines on what we're allowed and not allowed to have is very loose.
They haven't enforced anything. You were just told at the gates, you cannot have weapons here.
I have a sword.
He has a sword. You guys took off a lot of visible armor and stuff, like weaponry. But you left clothes, some of you left some things on you. So you watch it, all of the women have their arms outstretched as they say, or would you like a night of revelry?
Let's play.
Going revelry? I want to get out of here as fast as possible.
What do you want?
I recommended we take a night because
Just
I
we have-
understand that certain accommodations and preparations may have been
I do
made,
not want to spend a night.
I do not want to spend the night
but-
here.
I'm not spending it right here.
Hey, look,
I'm
I
not
understand.
doing
I'm
that
just letting you
revelry.
know where I'm at.
Aren't
I'm
we
just
also
letting
Can
you
you
know.
explain
crunch, like,
I just-
aren't we
Just
like
give
end
me
of world
a
scenario
good
right
idea.
now?
I'm not staying the night here.
Conversation, understand
Not necessarily.
what
The world's not
everyone's game
ending
plan
anytime
is on
soon.
Yeah, but
this.
the magic.
Robin,
Are you able to
Oh,
recast the
I-
it's been disappearing
well,
over the course of like
I will-
years.
Yeah,
There's two people talking to me. Hold on.
Create weapons and mass.
Oh yeah, that's happening. Yeah.
Right, and that typically leads to.
And I look at
Okay.
Durian as he says.
I will also would like to recommend that we do have the trial coming up
In a month.
Is it in a
But
month?
I thought there was another deadline that was coming up.
I thought the trial was happening
No,
like
our deadline
we had a-
was we had to be back by Friday for the meeting, but that's already passed now. We've already done it.
I also don't want to eat anything while I'm here.
What do you mean?
Oh yeah, I'm not eating anything.
Trials in a month.
I thought there was something. I thought there was something
Yeah, for a while.
urgent coming up.
For a
I thought we had
while-
something on the calendar.
For a while, we had the Princess
No, I know
Shadow
that. I know
meeting.
that. I know that.
I don't think we have anything else, right?
Getting the last dragon mask.
Yeah.
I
Last.
don't think that.
We need two more. This would be the.
Yeah, we
No, I
need
know.
to-
I'm saying
this will be
after
one.
this. This
I
is one.
don't
There's
think
not
that
one
we
more.
should wait. We don't
I'm
know what's
not
going to
staying
happen
the
with the other mask while we are in here.
Well, Burke is saying we should take a night because.
Well, what
Yeah,
can we
but
have?
of course the guy who's from here wants us to stay here longer.
But there are some things that.
But what would we have tonight that we wouldn't have right now?
No, it's that he wants. What you wanted to ask questions?
I think that it's important since I'm kind of
Stage
a
responsibility.
middleman between
Yep, you
them
can
and
ask
you.
them what.
That means
we
actually
need,
talk
and then
with
you have the
pretend you're
answers.
whispering. So
Yeah,
they can hear
we'll
you.
talk normally,
okay.
but we'll pretend we're whispering.
I'm kind of a middleman between you guys, so I think it's important that I know kind of what the vibe that y'all are setting is, and that you all know each other what's about to happen. Because if certain people go in with different intentions, and I look directly at Durian as I say it, that could cause a lot of problems.
Durian, what are your
We've gone to
intentions?
so many
Get rid
things.
of the
Well, why don't we just do it later today then?
I thought we knew that. I just
Can
think
we-
that my intentions were false.
I ladies mercy,
I
I
didn't
go.
think that you guys didn't know
Can
my intentions.
we-
They
Well, I
were
don't think it's that we
always-
didn't
We may
know.
not need a full evening of revelry, but can we do it in the afternoon? Can we do it a little later?
We have a noon.
We have an hour.
What is our tea time?
We
A
need
lunch
an
of
hour.
revelry.
Could we have just 1 hour?
Can we have
The
brunch?
Game?
The games will start at the golden hour.
Oh, so it's like during the nighttime.
Like afternoon.
Yeah.
So is that 5?
Do we come back here?
It's
for
about
the
5
game, or
p.m.
Do we come back? here for the game, or
5:37
do we
p.m.
meet
is when it
somewhere
starts.
Bert can take you to the fields.
else? Okay,
Got it.
so we will see you
Is
then.
this the race?
Shoot.
Oh, I'm gonna be so good.
Okay, we will meet at the golden hour then.
Okay.
Okay, may we take our leave?
Don't look at me.
Turn your head.
Is there more to discuss? You hear in your head, but the eyes do point to Durian.
Bert just staring him down.
And it was in my head. This is the harmony.
This is in your head.
Voice was in my head.
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's like you were thinking to me. What I was I'm gonna think back. For now, no. But there will be. Alright, take my leave.
And you turn and leave.
Yeah.
Okay, Robin, you are are still next to the podium. You're still like up close to everybody. I will say you watch as the priestess. They all walk in unison, but you do watch as the two priestesses get to the podium first, and they do sort of stop pretty close to you as both of the two priestesses on the other side, as they walk, they mirror each other. But they mirror each other and they move inward, 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 and then stop in front of you, and two hands touch the podium in front of them, as one is on one side and one is on the other side. As they begin to paint their hands across the podium, you watch as the almost that like crystalline, almost like gemstones in their hand, you watch as they begin to alight, and they turn this like deep reddish vermilion color as they do, and you watch as the words on the stone tablet begin to light under with them, as you hear, all of you begin to hear as you turn, presumably to take your leave, they begin to almost like chant under their breath in...
It's not facing me.
No, gotcha.
It's not words necessarily, and you know this as a language other than Draconic, other than Celestial. It is another sort of almost prayer-like language that they've created to honor Kareska. And you can feel the thrum of what they're chanting sort of in your chest as the hum seems to run through the floor into your feet, almost like it's a vibrational like purr in the room, and your breathing, all of your breathing starts to slow, especially you, Robin, as you're closest to this tablet. You get this wave of lethargy. Your eyelids begin to feel heavy, and it feels perfectly natural to almost sit down with them, to join onto one of these cushions, to place your hand onto the tablet, to sort of join in on their prayer song almost, as they begin to hum these words. As they do, Lace, can you please make a history check for me?
Oh God.
You've heard this before. It's a chant. It's a song. You guys sing it in prayers before supper. You guys sing this before games sometimes. This is just a sort of almost like an anthem of the city. So you've heard this before.
9.
A 9? You do have advantage, I will say, on this roll.
There we go. 17.
With a 17, it's odd. It reminds you of a lullaby that you remember your mother singing to you when you were younger.
How long ago was this? 800 years?
Yeah, like a long time ago.
His mom or the Dark Lady?
You don't remember the Dark Lady ever singing to you as a child. At times hum, but she
is that
was
why I'm pink?
anything but parental to you. The Dark Lady was simply an adoptive caregiver. But for some reason, you remember a blank face, no features, sort of a shadow in your memory. You can't put together any sort of facial reconstruction of a woman singing, humming this chant to you. And words sort of begin to form on your lips, almost like you're lulled to sing it alongside everybody. As you hear the chant come from Lace's lips as he's leaving the chamber. Durian.
Oh boy.
You hear, for some reason you didn't hear it on the Ladies of Mercy's lips, but as Lace is beginning to kind of hum and chant this under his breath as well, that weird language they're singing that's not draconic, that's not celestial, that's some sort of prayer-like, song-like language. There's no real words to it, but for some reason words come to your mind anyway. Words that you can understand. In a sort of song-like verse, you interpret. A shadow stirs deep within the bowels of the world. The winds and seas will roil at the coming storm, as nature will sicken. The earth will form its own devastation, and destiny always demands balance. Naught will be left, save shattered thrones with no rulers. But the
And who fucking said, I know it's on that.
not done.
There's more.
There's more?
With no rulers. But the dead dragons shall rule the world entire.
Oh, I told you all. Dead dragon mess. Oh.
And you walk out of the chamber.
Wait, can you read it one more time?
Could you just send it to the
Sorry,
Yes.
I thought we were done. I thought it was
Where have
over.
we heard that before? Remind me.
We saw that on the
Locked.
volcano. So we saw that
Locked.
on the volcano when we were
Right.
going to fight the Emerald
You
Dragon.
only saw the
that
last
is-
bit.
everywhere.
Because that was a grave site of the giant ancient,
Ashar,
the
Ashar-
ancient rat
Asharladon.
dragon, Asharladon.
A Charlatan, yeah.
On
On the
And
mountain
we've
of
seen
Ashar
it.
on the Southern Isles.
And we've seen it, and that's also where a dead god is, or a dead god is.
Well,
He's
that's-
sealed away. They couldn't. The prophecy or like the history
No,
goes
the
that
island itself.
Yes, the
Okay,
history.
gotcha.
Of
Timor.
Timora is not a dead god.
It was a dragon, I thought.
No.
It was a dragon.
You're thinking of Death's Domain,
Got Hora.
which is Death's Domain is where the Empress built her city. That's where all those souls are.
Well, I thought we had that there was rumor that Timora was dead and this was her corpse.
There are many places on the map like that. Timora is not one of them. Mount Ashar is the corpse, is the sealing place of Asharladon. He turned into the mountain, into the volcano.
Charlotte.
But
Asharladon. That's why it's called Mount Ashar. So that is technically a gravesite, but he's not dead. He's just sealed away, slumbering. Death's Domain, where the Empress is a gravesite. That's where Plum built her army. But Timora was not.
with no rulers but the dead dragons.
With
who-
no rulers, so it's destiny. The phrase that's different that you haven't heard is destiny. Destiny demands balance, and naught will be left save shattered thrones with no rulers. Period. But the dead dragons shall rule the world entire. It used to be with no rulers but the dead. Period.
How old is this city?
That's a Bert question.
We can ask him when we
Yep.
go.
You guys exit the chamber. As Lace, you're humming this for some reason, though you don't know why.
Berg
Catchy
looks at
tune?
Lace humming and goes, Lace humming is not a vibe that has been
Crazy,
established. Berg is like, what?
Is it catchy tune?
What?
Catchy tune?
What is?
The song you're humming?
You're humming a song.
I think you have early onset dementia.
What is dementia?
Wait, no, it might not be early onset. It might just be here.
I've looked at Lace's orb browsing history, and he's looked up what is dementia at least 13 times over
Oh.
the past 2 months.
Okay.
Other things as well, but I do not want to air out his.
His orb is.
His
So
orb
what
history.
did you want to? Why did you want to wait?
Orcish women.
Let us head back to my homestead.
Okay.
So, because now we're out in the main area and we're on the pink again.
Yeah.
I was like, let us.
You're back into the set.
I was like, let us go back to my homestead. We can sort out everything that I was thinking about. Before we do that, can I make a quick stop at my mom's house?
Yeah, sure.
I just pop by my mom's house. I'm like, hey mom, I'm back.
As I will say, like as you're walking down into the steps, back into the village center, you pass by that large crystalline structure. You do see a lot more people are now bustling around the city. You do see people are coming and going, dragonborns, as well as that weird combination of almost tiefling-like creatures. They look like tieflings, except their scales are, covered in pink. Their tails are a bit more fur-like. As they pass by, you do see children running around. And I will say, notably, what's both of your insights?
Passive insight.
Oh no, survival. Sorry.
There is no passive survival.
No, it's passive survival. What is your survival? Or nature. Yeah, survival or nature.
Plus
+4.
2.
Plus 2, plus 4.
0.
0. Yeah, I will say yours is a plus. Was it plus 4? Durian.
Yeah.
You definitely do notice with a nature.
Survival.
With survival, you do notice that a lot of the children, something that you kind of pick up on is the children don't seem to look the same way as, so the children dragonborn tend to look the same, but you notice that the children tiefling don't
look
yet
like
have the
voices.
pink growing as strongly on them as the older sort of pink tieflings do. It looks like probably the tieflings are somehow not entirely born of this place.
Yeah.
While dragonborn seem to be. Almost like tieflings are immigrants of some kind, somewhere in their lineage, whereas dragonborns have been here for much longer, is what you kind of pick up on with that survival. As you begin to walk down into the steps, you see a stop in front of the village elder's house. You know it to be empty. As you do see sort of setting out what appears to be some kind of rug or mat in front of this, like the porch of the village elder's house, is a familiar-looking pink tiefling. You can see hair tied up in a loose, sort of messy bun. You can see bright reddish hair seems to be tied back. You can see
What are you doing?
as as her skin is.
His mom.
As her skin is covered in pink scales, you do see that the garb that she's wearing similarly matches the sort of like white aesthetic as a lot of the other people in town, though noticeably there's pops of color all over her. You notice a bracelet, an emerald bracelet of green that doesn't seem to match anything here, and that's one of the only possessions you see on her is that emerald bracelet. You do see also the almost like apron that she wears is patched with fabric that you don't see anyone else wearing. You also do see some of the...
Because he's bringing it from
Yeah. You do notice that some of the features on her as she turns a little to brush out one of these rugs reminds you of someone that you've seen recently.
Right.
And then you pan, you see Berg staring up at her. Their features are almost identical.
Speaking of identical features, can I look at between her and Lace?
Sure.
What should I roll?
Make a survival or nature check.
Wait, so what species is she?
Tiefling.
Okay.
A pink tiefling.
Who?
Pink
A
tiefling.
peefling, if you will.
A pink tiefling that's sort of dusting off the carpets in front of the elder's house.
Oh, okay.
Not like a perception.
Austin is convinced it's your mom.
Clearly.
Wouldn't she be dead?
We don't know that.
They said they're against preserving
Lace is
life.
hundreds of years old.
Okay. Maybe she's hundreds of years old.
Is it tiefling?
Some.
How old are the Ladies of Mercy?
That's a hard question. Two, you're looking between her and Lace you catch, as in Cora's looking between this woman and you, and this woman and you, and this woman and you. This woman looks nothing like you, by the way.
Interesting.
Hi, Mom.
Noted.
Hi, Mom. How are you?
We've sort of, I will say, sorry, really quickly, we've sort of been over it before, but like, the tieflings do... Hello? When I say like slightly different tieflings, they are like just slightly more... Like, I've shown you guys images, but like, what I mean by like tiefling is just like slightly more
Is that more porn?
reptilian.
No, what? It wasn't porn before.
It wasn't porn before.
She was eating
Yeah.
chocolate. Just because it's anime.
But anyway, like that's what I mean by different. Like there's fur, there's hair, there's some different features, but still definitely like if you had to guess, there's horns that grow out of their shoulders. Still tiefling. There's like they have like spikes that grow out of their shoulders. You looked confused when I said that. You watch as she is dusting off one of these rugs as like some dust kind of like goes as she's clearing off the porch.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, my little world bringer! Go come here! You watch as she dusts and sets down, sort of like cleans out the wrinkles in this rug before she sort of opens her arms as she's up on the porch of the other's house.
I walk in. I'm like, hi, Mom.
Oh, she gives you the warmest hug as she hugs you, and she looks at you and she goes, oh, and you haven't changed a day since the decade it's been.
Yeah, it's been a good one. Lots of
Has
fun.
it?
Lots of fun. And I open my little satchel, and kind of along the same vein, it's this little pendant, little emerald pendant. And I'm like, I remember how much you liked the bracelet, so I got you.
Oh, darling.
There you go.
You know that I cannot keep this.
It's fine. Little something. It's no fun.
It
Just
is
hey,
beautiful.
if you just put it on the chair and then just with the rest of the gifts and then just leave it there. It's not yours. It's just around.
You know, it is sad. She holds up this amulet. It is sad that the original eyes of Kreska were a similar emerald color. It is
Yeah,
why I am so fond of the bracelet you have brought me.
very nice.
Piece of Kreska on my arm.
Yeah, it's very exciting.
She takes this emerald and she goes, she sort of pockets it and she goes, I will wear it inside.
Okay, that's good. That's good. Where is Dad? Is he at his book club?
Oh, you know your father. He is probably getting ready for the games tonight. Did you hear the announcement?
Yes, actually,
Protect and preserve tonight.
Yes, protect and preserve. I actually, and I kind of like, at this point, gesture back to the group. I go, they will be competing in the games this evening.
Oh,
We're
will
like
they?
Robin's like looking around at.
disheveled.
Robin's just like looking around at the place because I guess he didn't really get the chance.
At this moment, I look at my mom and I look at Lace. I go, no.
I catch you look back. I'm like,
Lace is rubbing his eyes.
Oh, you have brought something new this time around.
Yes,
They
I've never
breathe.
brought people.
Uh,
What did you say?
they breathe.
He normally brings
Did he bring
dirt.
dead people here
Oh.
last time?
He normally
Ah.
brings dirt to the
These
place.
are.
Yes, introductions are in order. I don't think I ever actually got some of their real names, so we're going to give it a go. This is Robin. And then,
Light to you, Robin.
Thank you.
then over here we have Ancora.
And Cora, light be with you.
And then you didn't give me real names. Or
And
didn't
you
give me
caught
I did.
you
You
caught
did.
Lace.
This is
because Robin
caught-
shouted
okay.
Lace.
This
and
is-
you caught
No,
Durian.
but I saved it.
this is
I saved it.
Yeah,
and
Because I
then,
started calling him different fabrics, so he actually doesn't know.
He did roll an insight on that.
No, he didn't.
He did roll an insight.
I don't remember. Don't
He
look at
did
me.
not.
Or we
Ooh,
can say
tomato.
he
Tomato.
he knows Lace is one of the names.
Well,
Then.
yeah, one of the fake
And then
names.
Lavro
To
is,
go over every
Lavro is in the back, and then we have Durian, and then
Blessings to
I
you.
guess
Oh,
that's
thank you,
Lace,
thank
but
you.
Yeah,
yeah.
also don't say that ever again.
Don't say the name ever
Never,
again.
no.
Okay, this is Chris,
Hello.
Alright,
Chrissy D.
Call me Denim.
This is Denim.
Another type of fabric.
And your friends are your friends?
No.
They are co-workers, I guess. I don't know.
We don't bring the world here.
They are
You
contractors.
are part of the world.
They are part of the. That is a great way to describe it. They are part of
And
the
you
world.
are you
We are
are
his
playing in Protect or Preserve tonight.
We're going to win, protect, and preserve.
Let's
Do
just
you
be a
know-
game show.
Do you know which you are to be?
No,
Deal or no deal.
Protect or Preserve? Do you have a preference?
no.
I
want
was
to-
always fan of Preserve.
You want to be preserved. Let me tell you. I've seen a couple of these play out. You want to be preserved.
What is the main difference between the two? Can you
Well,
give
one
us
of them you protect and one of them you preserve.
That's
The
yeah.
main
No, that's
difference
pretty good.
between-
the roles in the game?
You have never seen it. They
I
do not
just-
play it in the world.
No, it
What's
is
the
not. It was not
TLDR?
popular when I grew up, but when
2 years ago.
what sort of is the main distinction between the two
It
roles?
is a very, very fun game. The goal is to beat the other team in a means to reach your end goal. One team's goal is to survive as long as possible while ensuring that the companions that the other team is protecting do not. Essentially, you are to defeat the companions and not the other team. The other team, their goal is to protect their companions while also taking your team out. So preserve is fighting against a team, but does not have companions to protect and needs to kill the companions, whereas protect needs to protect and destroy.
Is there a choice that we get in what role we?
Normally it is a random draw.
Oh.
So we
could
will
be
be
fighting-
protecting.
We could be fighting each other.
Austin,
No,
if we're protecting,
no.
we're gonna be like Shaq and Kobe, okay?
Hell
Wall
yeah.
of force,
Hell
global
yeah.
invulnerability.
No, it is two teams. If you are all to be a team, you do seem the correct amount of people.
Oh, wonderful.
How convenient.
Wait,
Normally there is on each team there are 6.
So what are we protecting?
A set of 3 companions.
So three of us will protect the other 3.
Oh no. You will protect creatures of the carrion usually.
And so how do the preservers get involved?
The preserver's goal is to survive survive long enough to kill the companions. Oh, sorry, that is not the word we use here.
So they're trying to
Game
defeat
it.
while protecting.
Yes. And you are trying to take the other team out before they can take your
Oh,
companions
great.
out. So you must protect and preserve. Other team must simply preserve and take the companions out. They have nothing to
Oh, great.
protect.
We got
though.
this, guys. We got this in the bag.
So it can all just be a search and destroy at that point.
God, this Call of Duty.
The game is balanced through this. Preserve must take out more people, more enemies, but they do not need to protect anything. Protect needs only take out 6 rather than 12. No, sorry, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay.
There's 3 people
Huh?
protecting, and then there's also the 6 people defending.
So it is
This
6.
seems
It is
unnecessarily
6
complicated.
people. It is 6 people on both teams.
Okay,
One
it's like
team, which is
football.
protect, also has 3 companions to protect. The other team does not have 3 companions and must take out the companions that the other team has.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
What?
it is balanced because
You
preserve.
were throwing out like numbers in the.
Oh, no,
like, it didn't feel
It
unnecessary.
is simply balanced because preserve need not protect anything, but needs to take out more than the
The
protect
more
team
you're
does.
explaining, the more you're losing me. But I think I get it.
Good. Good.
Very smart.
Hey,
I didn't say anything.
I heard that.
Heard what?
That you said I
It is
wasn't smart.
okay, little dragon.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
Lace.
Kinda.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I
No,
didn't.
you're not doing it. You did this all the time. No, I know. You
didn't.
know. You
See
did.
that? I will
Sorry,
say. It is okay, little Kaida.
There we go.
You do not.
Did I give her a last name?
That's my middle name.
That means little dragon.
Kaida means little
Then why'd
dragon.
you say little? Little kinda.
It is
Little
okay,
dragon.
little Kaida. You need not explain intelligence here. We do not have schools.
We can tell. Based on this conversation
That
we
was
just had.
rude.
I slap
was
Lace for
very rude.
disrespecting my mother.
You
Gosh.
actually whip your
I-
hand?
I'm like, hey man, not cool,
You
gang.
give him like a.
I'm,
We just
no,
had
it's
a
it's
good
it's it's,
conversation.
it's okay. It's not like a
That could've
face
been
slap.
Sure, sure,
It's like
sure.
a dude
Don't touch me.
or what?
Oh,
You.
Don't ask that
Children.
question.
children. Children. It must have been a long time.
Sibling
since-
squabbles.
It must have been a long time. Since you have had
I'm old enough to
food.
be your great.
Yet you act like an infant.
You must all be so hungry on your travels. We are far into the mountains. Yes? Please, you are all invited over before the festivities may begin. Do you have a favorite preparation of meat?
What animals they killing?
I honestly am.
Salami.
Do we want
I'm not eating
Apologies,
anything.
I may not know the normal ones from the outside world. But I can prepare. if
Well,
you
then I'll be
explain it to
okay.
me.
I
Watch
only
this.
eat
I'm gonna
salami.
blow her mind. I'm gonna use my cauldron to make stew.
Oh my goodness.
Right here?
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay. Please, you may come over. Have you met up with the village children yet?
Yes, they came by my homestead a little earlier today.
Oh, good. They were asking about you. And have you paid your respects to the village elder yet today?
We did make an appearance in front of the village elders. Yes. Yes.
This morning.
We
But you are here now.
we came in earlier this morning. We stopped at my homestead, and then they had some urgent business to attend to, so we went to the Ladies of Mercy first, and now
Oh, but you did not see the elder yet.
in the house.
You guys are on the porch of the elder's house.
Is there inside?
So when she says give sort of like respects too, you do notice there is like a stone tablet that eerily matches the one that is in the inner sanctum that stands next to the door, sort of implemented. There's no writing on it though, but you do know sort of paying respects to the village elder is like placing a hand upon in the same way that the Ladies of Mercy do, though you have no crystal, and imitating what the Ladies of Mercy do on the stone tablet, but without the magical crystal.
I was like, all right, and then I do it on the.
Yeah, you put your hand out and she sort of nods at you as she goes, the elder will be happy to hear from you, as you sort of like put your palm against the tablet. And the rest of you, have you paid your respects yet?
No, we haven't.
Oh, then do not let me get in the way here. I was only organizing the porch. You watch as she sort of tidies some things up as she then steps out of the way.
How much does it cost?
Oh, I think by pay respects she just means
I do not know that word. I'm sorry.
What looking at the tablet, like, is there any sort of like magical aura radiating off of
Give
it?
me a Arcana check.
Dirty 20.
A dirty 20?
Yep.
There does seem to be like a faint magical essence on it, but it doesn't look strong by any means. It doesn't seem like it carries the same weight that the tablet in the Inner Sanctum does, nearly.
Okay.
She looks upon you guys expectantly.
Can we go inside?
It's just a tablet on the door.
You just touch the tablet.
You have a tip.
Was Kareska like a name that I ever like heard
No.
growing up?
No.
Because Kareska was underground even back then.
Okay.
Can I make an insight check on it?
I don't believe
Hmm?
you.
26.
I will say, nothing, especially because you're so in tune with magic,
Yeah.
it doesn't look like, honestly, it doesn't look like there is any sort of like large magical capability of this thing. And she's saying to like pay respects because it seems like it talks to the elder in some way.
Yeah.
You can't think of any magic, nor do you sense any magic strong enough to be able to do that whatsoever on this tablet.
Okay.
Robin?
It looks like it's mostly just for show.
Probably we'll go up to the tablet and touch it.
Nothing happens. It's just cold to the touch.
How long time? Does it?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I'll
I'll go in there and touch it.
I'll place like a few fingers.
Durian does it?
I don't.
Okay.
I think sort of seeing that like it's somewhat safe,
Yeah, you
or
just
at least
leave
like
it there.
not detecting any sort of magical aura.
Yeah.
I'll just like place like
Yeah.
a few fingers on it.
Truly nothing happens. And you just watch as you watch as did she introduce a name?
No.
You watch as Burke's mother smiles.
Ah,
All right.
And what's your name, by the way? You've learned all of ours. It's only
I
right.
guess we didn't get your name.
Sorry.
Your name?
Garcias.
Garcias. Lovely to meet you.
Arceus?
is she saying O Garcias or is
Agario.
her name O Garcias?
Pronounce it wrong.
Ogar
Agaricus.
Agaricus.
Oh, the mushroom.
Agaricus.
Lovely to meet you.
Sorry,
The fungus?
I do not know a mushroom.
The wizard in my campaign's in there.
Is it seriously? You and I could like
Hey,
mushroom.
you know what's
man.
weird? We're in two cities where they don't have any meaning of possession.
Yep.
In your campaign and Harmony.
Yeah, the
Very
one
cold cities.
the
With a
one in
goddess.
Harmony is Christian City, but if it got left in the hot car for a bit and some mold started to grow.
You all are invited. Please for food. I'm sure that your demeanors will shift greatly.
Oh, honestly.
Oh, I think you said the meaners.
No.
Like a title.
Honestly, I'm still I'm not very hungry today, honestly, but I'd be happy to come in and
The
See
cold
your
must
home.
have been getting to you while you were traveling
Oh,
out
actually,
there.
I'm quite accustomed to the cold. I do like the cold.
Oh, but
But trust me, I do prefer the warmth. But I don't mind the
Okay.
cold.
Burke, I trust that you will be able to. She actually does say Berkeley. Berkeley, I trust that you will be able to bring them all for supper.
Yes, mother.
See if they would like to trade for any value.
Okay.
Burke. There is obviously no physical means of like
Yes.
trading or money or income, but if they are going to play in the games, there is a way for them to sort of get what almost is like good luck for the game, and that essentially is offering up something to the carrion for a value of some kind, and that offer up, usually because nobody in the city has anything, that is something physical to offer up for the carrion, and that allows you to sort of almost get like some sort of good luck. As you do know, they have, like a saying, in order to get, it's Kareska's blessing. In order to receive Kareska's blessing, they do, what did I write specifically to you? I wrote, The exact phrasing was. I think it really was just like offer up. I don't remember where I typed it. Oh, to become one with Kreska. To become one with the Carrion, in order to receive her blessing. So that is essentially trading for value, trading for a blessing. See if they would like to get the blessing with any value before the games. If they are newcomers, I am sure they have not yet received the blessing.
Has my mom had any reaction to pink hair?
None at all.
Okay.
She really hasn't had much reaction to the fact that they look so wildly different. You bring her so many weird, different looking things. I mean, her life is this village. So, like, the bracelet is about as weird as the robot. She has nothing to compare it to. As far as she's aware, that is just what an entire culture of people look like.
He just looks like a
this is
person.
true. Sorry, this is true. But like she has nothing to compare it to.
Yeah.
You could bring her like a pen, like a quill or something, and then like a diet Dr. Pepper, and she'd be like, "Is this also from the world?" Like
I would bring her a quill and then an empty diet Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, and she'd be like, "Wow." See if they would like a blessing. I would go find your father from his book club.
Okay, that's great. Is the blessing at the center of town? Like, where would it be located?
I mean, you can just, it's the floor. It's the carrion.
Okay,
It's
so,
just the pink. It's just offer anything.
Kreska's blessing is good luck in the games. You have to give a physical sort of voluntary gift. I let it be known that I do not expect any of you to actually partake in this. I understand your hesitancy.
We don't have to. Correct?
You don't. I mean, it is. I would recommend. I'm going to do it because I just know how these games will go. But you all seem formidable on your own, as though you may not. Maybe you don't want or need Kreska's blessing. But again, it is entirely up to you. And as I say that, I take my dagger and just.
Sure.
And just blood trips down to the floor, and I just kind of say a little like.
What did you just do?
I gave my.
Oh, so you just
Your
do it
flesh to
wherever
the
you
carrion.
want.
I gave my flesh to the carrion.
So you just do it wherever.
Yeah, it's just on the ground. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
You watch as
You
I
can
will
go
say,
and find a little area if you don't want to do it on the ground. I admit that it is a bit crass.
I don't know if I'll partake.
You watch
but
as
good
the
to
blood
know.
drips into the ground. You do watch as like the pink, that thin layer of pink. You do watch as it almost engulfs the blood, and suddenly the blood is gone. Like it seeps deep into the pink.
Can
and
we
it
have just a
disappears.
look to each other, like in character too?
Yeah.
It's not for everyone. I understand that. It's totally okay if you don't want to do it.
The floor regenerates like it did earlier for you.
Okay, well, so, and also, Vito, I'm not really that hungry. Will your mother be offended if I don't eat dinner?
No.
Stop
I mean,
it.
I haven't had dinner with my mom in about
I will still
12 years, so
I
it's,
will still happily come along. And
yeah, no, if you want to come and
but
just
I
like
don't know
hang
if
out,
I'll eat.
that's okay.
That's
Honestly,
alright.
I don't even know if she'll bring food.
Oh, okay.
She might kind of go to the kitchen and like circle back a few minutes later and be like, "Hey, what's up?"
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
She's a lovely lady once you get to know
Oh,
her.
she is lovely. She's lovely. But again, this just is very different
What
from
a
what we
freak!
know.
She's just insane.
No, she's just. This is just very different from what we know. And
Speaking
whole
of insane
blessing-
things,
I just
while
like
we're
your-
on the subject, I have lived here most of my life. I have seen countless things. I have never seen the head priestess break the gaze of her sisters, and she did it not once but twice to look at you. And then I heard a mental conversation talking about you are her brother, paths to be taken, the hearth being relit.
You all hear this for the first time.
All of, I gotta know, man, we talked about this before. What gives? Because you had indicated to me that you did not enjoy certain aspects of this area. I indicated to you that I maybe didn't enjoy certain aspects of this area, but it seems like you are quite chummy with the people in charge.
Yeah, all you know is what I know. So, right? Got my history or?
No,
Well-
yeah, it's what you heard.
Yeah.
Clearly you are not from this village, but you somehow have the pink. So just
Sure, no.
understanding how did you come into this place? Like what I need, you got to give me something to go off of because
what is happening is highly abnormal.
Is brother a common word used to describe?
Not from what I heard.
They don't
Yeah, I have not
describe-
heard anyone indicate
Everyone's
that.
children.
Yeah, it's children. No one
Everyone
says
are
brother.
children and you're a brother? To them? What?
and you're a brother.
You're a brother.
I'm trying to have a conversation, you guys.
I thought that was gonna happen the whole time I was saying it to you, and never once. But for some reason, it
It's
just.
because it was just the way she said it.
Just cut,
Because
just
you're
cut
one
to
of the
just cut to
brothers.
Durian, just like sitting there, just like.
I didn't know you were a brother.
Guys. I don't understand.
Go.
I don't understand. Harmony! Are you close? What is your relation to them? How you? So you say you came to this city. Should we talk on your table again?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
everybody
say,
get on
I was
the, no, everybody get on my mom's table.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you all go to your mom's house?
Well, we'll in front of the elder's house, which is we can't go to the elder's house.
No.
Yeah.
Well, you know it's empty, but people will. People think that she's in there.
But I know that she's not in there.
Yeah.
Can I just
It-
can I roll a insight check or an investigation just to make sure?
Nobody's watching.
Yeah.
You know for a fact she's not in there. You know that she's with the ladies in the
Okay.
city.
Yeah, but I'm talking about.
Oh, but if people are watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Roll perception check. Or investigation, whatever you like. Whatever's higher.
I didn't.
Hit the other dice. You
Yeah.
can
First down being big.
You say it was perception?
Yes. Or
Okay.
investigation, whatever's higher.
Okay.
What about
26.
acrobatics?
A 26?
Yeah.
You look around really quickly. You do see there's some children playing in the distance. You hear like the sounds of what sounds like shouting for candy, which cannot be good that they're shouting about how they got candy from you. But like other than that, like doesn't look like anyone's really paying any mind. You can see that there's a couple people like walking back and forth, some dragonborns that they're not looking up at you. Looks like everyone that was gonna play.
Are we
paint left.
standing on pink right now?
You're technically standing on a porch, but it looks like it's made of some kind of like sporous mushroomy material.
Should we just
Yeah, let's go to the table. we
You go inside?
Yeah. Or we will.
The doors are locked.
Why don't we just go to your home?
Yeah, just go to my homestead.
You're just going to your place?
Yeah, we'll just go back to my place.
Okay.
Go back to his table.
And we're
Too much work.
all standing on the table.
Okay, yeah, you go back to your room, close the door. You
I
all go
think
on the
these
table.
two who have done it before.
Architecture is amazing on this table. It's insane that it's.
Well, I'm assuming
Park
there's
and
like there's chairs too. that
Yeah,
people-
just
Sure,
not
sure.
on the ground.
Yeah.
But yes, we have that conversation, and
So we entered this pigsty.
yeah.
Dusty, it's old. He hasn't been here in a couple of
Yeah.
years.
I think the more guests that show up, Burke is like, well, okay, and I just start kind of like wafting, trying to like get dust, like
Yeah,
dust
yeah.
at such a volume that it can, if I do this hand motion, bits of it
Yeah.
fly off counters.
Yeah.
Imagine not touching a counter for 10 years. Like, yeah.
Honestly, I forgot what we were talking about on the way here.
About how you're
Oh.
their sibling.
Oh.
Yes. So
I
I
have
don't.
no idea.
What's the relation you have with them? You say you came here.
Yep.
You
Never
what
met
did you-
them. Never
what-
spoke to them. Heard of them.
Okay. And what was the reason you came here in the first place? The first time.
There was like, it was mostly one reason, but also I was curious on what it was like
Okay, what
over
was the
here.
one reason?
We had members of our city, members that were posted around, right? The guard
Mm-hmm.
entered the city and we just didn't hear from them ever again. So I went in to investigate and found them living happily here, pink as can be. And then came, I ate, I left.
Of course you
but
did.
you ate.
So, okay. So you came here. You ate.
I mean, I stayed
that's
I
it?
stayed for a couple days, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you were investigating the city.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't really too careful because I didn't realize that just being in the area
And how soon
partaking
after?
in the activities would turn me
How
pink.
soon after you left did you start noticing the pink?
Armand?
It took a couple days.
Just like as my hair grew.
Yeah.
As my hair grew.
So the roots became
Roots
pink.
yeah.
Can I roll insight
Right.
to see if he's like being?
It's
truthful?
like you know when you like find
I'll
like
give you
a
advantage.
you know when you find like a gray hair.
I also would like to.
Yeah. But roll insight.
You have advantage.
23.
23,
24.
24. Christian.
Uh,
Persuasion or deception.
25.
Are you
persuaded?
You believe? No, he doesn't have to tell you.
I was like,
You
oh,
believe
sorry.
him.
You're pissing me off.
It seems like he's telling the truth.
Can I still be skeptical?
Sure.
Yeah. Like you can.
You just there's no give.
Yeah, there's no reason to say that he is lying. It's just you don't have it. He seems
It's
to
just
be telling the truth.
I don't mean to say that I don't trust you. Obviously, I trust you, but there's just, I mean, you are a big part of this group. I mean, we.
Big.
Huge part of this group.
I just
some
can't
might say.
trust anyone I can't wrap my arms around.
What do you got back there that I can't
Stop
reach?
It, stop it. You're a big part of this group, and I mean, at this point, I mean, our small village is in your kingdom. It just seems weird that they're
Run with
calling
that
you
shit.
brother when everyone else is considered children. I mean, I know you want to get rid of the pink. I don't know.
Does, if you don't mind me interrupting,
No,
does
fine.
Mistra have any relation to this goddess, the dragon?
Oh yeah, did you guys not know?
I thought this
During-
was
These
established.
are things you have to
There
tell
are
us.
things that I thought that were common knowledge.
Not everybody is knowledgeable in the way of Mistra the way that you are.
Durian, there's a scroll I think you'd like.
Feel like she's
It's
typing
about
something.
a world. It's about a world in which
I brought
no
it.
one knows anything and things are
I
very
brought this one. I
different.
brought it.
I think you
What's it
might
called?
like it. Oh, it's I don't remember the name of it. But it's about how the world is cleaved into parts.
Oh, shit.
As
I did
as
an
wonderful as
analysis
Mistra
of it.
is, Mistra isn't as widely worshipped as some other gods are. So, not everything that.
Oh no, sorry, I have something for when you're done.
Oh, okay. So, if there's things about Mistra that you think that we should know, please don't assume we just know them.
Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay, because you come from basically the closest thing to a theocracy. I'm not wrong.
No, you're not.
I come
That's
from.
just High Christian here. That's just a government that follows a god. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, it is obviously.
My home, the only reason we learned about gods was to learn the weaknesses of their followers in their organizations so we could tear them down.
Burke
Oh.
says this and is just like sweating. Like he's hearing this, he's just like, I know I'm not about that anymore, but like still, tearing down gods. That's a real heavy
Oh,
topic.
because of the knife thing?
Well, it's not even because of the knife thing. Again, like I said, I am not a fervent believer of this religion, but just tearing down whole religions being a casual turn of phrase for you was jarring for me.
Well, we built bombs to kill them, but so.
Hey, it's drawing for me.
So anyway, what is the relation between the two?
Harmony, I'm gonna make a religion check because I don't. What do I remember without making a religion check?
Between Kreska and
I know magic goddess, but I don't remember if they were like sisters or or like friends or partners or steeds or just something. I don't know. Kreska, Jackie.
Good. Oh my god. So okay, I will say that
Or enemies.
from what you know about the relationship between Kreska and Mistra,
Yeah.
you do know that they were considered to. You would know.
I'm gonna share
like,
this information.
as you went into the city, you learned, and this is like common knowledge. Burke would know this as well. Kreska is the goddess of light, but she was known as the goddess that gifted magic upon all of the dragons, both chromatic and metallic dragons. So she's actually the reason that like every single dragon, and in fact a lot of like the most famous dragons, like the most famous of the chromatic dragons, received magic at all. She taught magic to them all. She worked in tandem with Mistra, who are technically Mistral. Technically, I think she is before Mistra's time, but she worked in tandem with. She worked in tandem with Mistral, who is the original goddess of magic, to create the weave. Mistral helped implement the weave. She helped like weave magic and create it. What are you like squinting about?
Thinking.
And create. I thought you were like, actually, I am wrong. I was like, I'm not. Mistral to create magic. And so her and Kareska are technically both known as the goddesses of magic, though the only one that tends to get credit for it is Mistra, or Mistral. Especially Mistra is the one that's most known by humans, because Mistra is the one that brought it to humans. Kareska brought it to dragons. Mistra brought it to humans.
Okay.
And
That's why
Mistral's the one-
Mistra is worshipped by humans. That's why you really have never heard of Kareska, because none of you guys are dragons. She's not worshipped by mortals.
And then I want to say, and then as you know, Mistral's the one who, and I remember Burke doesn't know something he doesn't say.
Mr. What?
I was like, I think there's something going on for me in the other room. I just walk into the other room,
Mistral's
and I
the
genuinely
one-
walk away. I'm not like
Yeah.
listening
Sure,
at the
sure,
door.
sure.
It was likely that I'm descended from, right?
You were just
Oh.
Yes.
a
Mistral.
descendant of
So-
Mistral, the
Mistral.
god.
So,
Yes.
and then the ladies of mercy are descendant of Koreska.
Kreska.
So you're,
It's not blood related,
but you
in
would be
terms of like
siblings,
celestial related.
technically. But okay, I suppose.
Because I'm the main
Read your
character.
books.
Guys, I'm sorry, I'm just the main character.
I don't.
Guys, I'm making a 5th character where I'm actually just Kareska.
But I don't think there's anything to really discuss until then. I suppose that, we should just wait until the games and then.
Well, there was
Win
something
them.
that Burke wanted to tell us, which I guess he could tell us next session. But he wanted us to know something before we went into the games.
I think we should learn it before the games because then it's going to be hot on our minds when we actually go into
Well,
the
yes,
games.
obviously. I'm just saying next session.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I prefer
Okay.
to learn it next
before,
session before
yes,
the games
right
so that it's
before
on
the
our
games.
minds instead of.
What was that?
What?
Okay.
But
Did I text the right person?
No.
Check your, read your books.
I,
Read your books.
I'm good just to chill and hang out until
Okay.
the games
Yeah,
start.
me as well.
Sure.
Oh, you have a channel. I could have texted them.
I've got nothing else to discuss.
Me
Normally
neither.
go through the Discord.
I forgot. Yeah, as you guys are having this conversation, Burke walks back in.
Are we cool now? Can I come into my own house?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
You guys had established that no one is no one going for the Kreska's blessing.
No,
I already took it, so.
I don't have blood to spare.
You know it doesn't have to be blood.
Huh?
You would know it doesn't have to be blood.
It
could just
doesn't.
be anything.
But I just don't want.
Well-
I don't.
Anything physical.
So,
Wouldn't do it.
I've already asked the question. I've already done it, but so theoretically, if I took a shit on the floor,
Yes.
that would have worked. Why'd I cut my hand open? God damn it.
Well, I really have to go.
If I decide-
You know that
If I
it is
decide
different
next
levels,
session-
but
Okay.
Can I think about it and
I
decide next session?
also think I want time to
Yeah,
consider.
yeah, I will say as you guys you're waiting in the house, you do eventually you do begin to see some more people start to fill the streets. You do hear a knock.
I definitely get off the table. It will be harder to explain if you're on there.
We get off the table.
I open the door.
You see your mother. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. For you are all coming for dinner still?
Yes, we are. We are going to.
I'm sorry. I know you always say do not come to your house, but I am so excited.
Out of a moment of shame almost, I'm trying to hide how dirty my apartment is.
Sure.
I'm just there's little bag bundles of food that I'm just trying to
I think in the meantime,
Just,
I
kicking
probably
it behind
would
the
have
door.
subtly
You watch as she's like
cast prestidigitation to get rid of the dust.
you watch as she is poking in, and she goes, I haven't actually been in here since you have left.
Oh, neither have I.
oh. All right. You watch as she stumbles down the cobblestone path as she's looking around, and she goes, I have found your father. He said that some of the village will also be attending dinner. Oh, don't worry, we'll bring out the other table.
Did we put the leaf in the main table?
Yes,
Okay,
of course.
fantastic. Okay.
Oh, and I am making your favorite.
I don't remember what my favorite was. It's been so long.
Oh, it's all right. You'll remember it when you see it.
Okay, exciting.
You like Mad Beast, right?
I'm sorry, you don't have to give me.
Mad Beast?
Yeah, no, I remember. Lots of protein in Mad Beast.
Yes. And the rest of you? Don't tell me you have never had Mad Beast.
What is Mad Beast? You should describe in detail.
What's up, dog?
We take the outsiders from the city and we roast them and stuff an apple in them.
And they don't like it, they go.
Hey, what are apples?
But this.
It is beasts of the carrion that have been primed to be cooked.
So just cattle.
I do not know what that is, but probably similar.
Hey,
Um,
you're not going to eat it anyway, right? So it doesn't. You're fine. Just.
but yes, let us get the move on for dinner
Of course.
and the games.
And as we are walking into the city, have you given them a tour?
All the very important parts, yes, for the most part, I don't think.
Have they seen the field yet?
They've not been to the field yet, no.
When you are all ready for the games, we will take you there. The village will go with you. The tents and the field are up on the top of the mountain above the cavern. It gets a little colder up there, but do not worry, the carrion will warm you. And are you all ready with Koreska's blessing?
Yes. Deception.
Yeah, give all of you make deception checks.
Oh my goodness.
And I gave all of them advantage by showing the cut on my hand. Being like,
we did it!
Yeah.
With advantage.
Oh, Paul.
18.
Natural 20
21.
for
27.
25.
At least a 16.
Okay.
27.
Okay, yeah, you all are fine. You watch. She like looks at your bleeding hand. She goes, "Oh, Berkeley, you know I do not like when you use blood. It stained upon the ground.
Use a toenail instead.
It's.
You could have used a tooth.
Oh.
But I needle my teeth.
But if you are not eating Mad Beast outside, if they do not, they clearly do not have it in the world. It is your will. It is your will.
The relationship Burke has with his mother is very much like the kid whose family, like really religious family, and then when they left,
Oh,
they
yeah.
stop being religious, but when they come home for Christmas, they like go to church with them.
It's like, oh, you have not been doing Bible readings.
Where is your rosary I got you?
Um.
I got you a cross necklace.
Then hurry in. You guys, as you enter into this this house, I'll explain the interior in probably the next session. But as you guys walk in, the first thing that hits you is you do see a table laid out with food and platters and decadent-looking dishes. However, of odd-looking food. But the very first thing that hits you is it's not just one table. It's actually not two tables. You see three tables long, filled with chairs, as you are onlooking an entire village's worth of people that are like crammed into this small town home. As like there is people, like chairs are crammed into every corner of this place, as you see children and an elder dragonborn folk, as like everybody is in this building. As you watch as like they all immediately scoot out of their chairs as they like rise to greet you guys as you guys walk in. As you see a couple of the children like very giddily like hop in their chair as they go like, the Worldbringer's here, the Worldbringer's here, as they're kind of like dancing giddily. And at the very end, I will also say, interestingly enough, you do see Durian. You do see a figure. Give me a. Sorry, I'm trying to think. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, you have advantage.
Is it against being
No, not charmed or anything
What do you
like that.
advantage?
Advantage.
Wisdom 19?
A 19. You do see.
Is it against magic? Do I get double advantage?
No.
It's technically magic. You don't get double advantage. You do see a cloaked, robed, hunched over figure sitting at the very head of the table at the back. You see smaller than the others, and her face is concealed in what appears to be like a thin red veil, or pinkish vermilion veil.
Yeah.
you don't see a lot of features. Her skin looks like it's covered in these long, almost like white matching robes that you've seen on the Ladies of Mercy. However, the defining feature that you do see, and you can see on her hands, is they're kind of like placed on her lap that you immediately get drawn to, is that same vine-like material that the rest of the Ladies of Mercy have. That carrion, it is completely sort of like embedded into her hands. You do also see there's a small crystalline on only one palm on her hand as well, as she's like sitting there. And the other feature that you see are these eyes. You see, looking into these eyes, pure, almost like pink. It's a magenta color, magenta eyes. There's no whites in them at all. And it's the only thing that you can see as this mask kind of covers the rest of her features, or it's a veil that covers the rest of her features. However, a flash of an image pops into your head as soon as you look at her, and your mind goes blank for a second. Your frame stills. Your body almost like seizes, and this flash of an image pops into your head of a dragon skull, large and looming in the distance, perfectly fitting over her head.
Yeah.
Almost like she's wearing this bleached white mask.
Yeah.
But you see there's
the mask.
you see that there is carrion growing over it, slowly but surely seeping into it, turning it this like deep magenta red. As it's not just a mask. It is shaped like a dragon. There's horns coming off of it that match the horns that she has on her. It's a dragonborn woman. And as you kind of have to like shake your head and you look at her, there is no mask. She's just a woman with a veil over her head. For the very first time in a very, very long time, you are seeing the village elder out of the walls of the inner sanctum. She's completely covered. You can't see the carrion on her. They've covered all of the parts that are not so nice to probably see for the townsfolk. But you have no idea why she's out.
That can't be good.
And as you're kind of like looking at her, can you, who's got the highest insight?
I do.
Like passive?
You have the highest passive insight? What's your passive
Passive?
insight?
Passive is
17.
19.
Passive is 19. As you're kind of like stumbling, actually, you're I'm gonna say probably really distracted with seeing the mask and the vision, and then you see the skull. 17. You see eyes, though they're not pure magenta in what Doreen is seeing. But there's something familiar about them. You don't know why. Like you've seen those eyes before. Could be you're imagining it. You're trying to think of a dragonborn that you've seen with that same sort of almost like tiefling-like red eyes.
Can I roll history?
Roll a history check for me.
What is lace?
Is it laces?
Yeah.
Well,
What'd you roll?
natural 20.
That's a natural 20 for a total of...
It's so history, so 25 plus 4. I'm doing guidance, 29.
A 29?
Yeah.
Now that you're thinking about it, you've definitely seen something in the way that they shine, something in the way you've seen tiefling eyes before, but there's a difference in these. Almost, it's not like the color of them necessarily, but the shape and the style and everything about now that you're looking at them. There's just something so otherly about them that just isn't mortal. You've only seen them on one other person before. And he's standing right next to you. And that's where we're gonna end today's session.
It is Lace's mom.
Yeah.
Who is?
The
The elder.
Elder.
The village elder. That is the end of today's session.
The end of the set.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye.